A big question heading into this game against East Tennessee State was the state of the Robert Morris running game, as fifth-year running back Elijah Jackson has just 66 net yards coming into this game. I talked to head coach Bernard Clark earlier this week on the run game. He said that they were shifting some players around on the offensive side, on the offensive line. So we'll see if that pays dividends for them today, especially Jake Simmons under center at quarterback for the Colonials today. Jacob Sailors picked up yet another career accolade this past drive as he now passes 3,000 yards. He's now the third rushing back in program history to eclipse that mark. And last season he passed a career high, he rushed a career high 1,019 yards, and he's well on his way to that this year with another big game today. So Sailors just continuing to pad the stats here today, and has had an amazing game for the Buccaneers so far.
Ethan, you must have brought your computer with you today because these numbers are coming at us in high fashion.
On the previous defensive possession for East Tennessee State, Elijah Huzzy came up with his second interception of the season, and his cousin Will Huzzy on the offensive side, he's had a pretty good season so far, 3 touchdowns on the year for him. So the Huzzy cousins are having a pretty good season and have played a huge role in East Tennessee's success early on this year.
I like that, Ethan, the Huzzy cousins.
Keeping it in the family,
yes,
man.
Sir. Now let's go to the third member of our crew, Ethan Morrison on the sideline. Ethan.
As Robert Morris gets set to wrap up non-conference play against St. Francis tonight, they look for another big game out of junior guard Josh Corbin. Corbin went 6 for 10 from beyond the arc on Sunday against Mount St. Mary's. The Colonials will look for another solid game out of him as they look to end non-conference play with a win and heading into Horizon League play on Thursday. Chris?
All right, Ethan, thank you much. Getting set for the opening tip-off presented by PNC Bank. Here on ESPN Plus, Chris Shublin with Jim Elias. Ethan Morrison has something on Trey James.
Yeah, Chris, as Trey James checks into the game for the Colonials, he continues to get acclimated in game action after making his Colonial debut Sunday afternoon. James will look to continue to increase his role after playing just 5 minutes against Mount St. Mary's on Sunday, as Robert Morris will welcome his size to the rotation.
Yeah, no question. 6'9", 235. He takes up a lot of space.
He sure does, and somebody better get on that backboard for the Colonials, because St. Francis so far has really done a nice job on the offensive glass.
All right, tip time is right around the corner. Before we get it, let's go to Ethan and check in.
Chris, Robert Morris and IUPUI are no strangers to one another, as they most recently faced off against one another last Thursday in the final game of the regular season. Now, this is the 4th time in the Andy Toole era that Robert Morris has played the same team in the final game of the regular season and in the first round of the conference tournament. Robert Morris in those previous 3 matchups are 1-2. Chris?
All right, Ethan, thank you much. Let's go to Ethan Morrison now on the sideline. Ethan, what do you have?
Yeah, Chris, on Monday, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Andy Toole before practice, and I asked him what would be the mindset coming into this game for Robert Morris to come out on top on this one, and he said the team has to win the small battles such as loose ball positioning on the court and just taking care of the basketball, which can be a separator in a team winning or losing in these kinds of playoff environments. So it will be important for Robert Morris to win those small battles. They're doing a great job on the glass right now, output rebounding IUPUI 12-6. And they currently lead this one 11-7 because of it.
Robert Morris in possession now. TJ Wainwright comes into the ball game. IUPUI has chiseled the deficit down to 7 again. It's 52-45. Robert Morris in the lead. Michael Green on the screen right there. Ethan, talk about him.
Yeah, Chris, Michael Green III's provided a spark off the bench for Robert Morris throughout the season, and tonight is no different. Has 11 points so far, 3 for 6 from the field, including 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. This is now his 6th straight game, reaching double figures off the bench. But yet, this IUPUI team is still chiseling down the lead and chipping down the lead and making things difficult for Robert Morris in the second half of play. After Robert Morris just went over Purdue Fort Wayne a few weeks ago to kick off their second stint in Horizon League action, the team has hit a little bit of a rough patch out of late, dropping their games to Cleveland State and most recently against Youngstown State this past Saturday. And one of the main issues for Robert Morris is their three-point shooting, as they shot just 18% against the Vikings and just 10% against the Penguins after shooting 35% in their win over the Mastodons. As Robert Morris looks to get back to 500 on the season tonight against IUPUI, they look for a little bit more success in the perimeter game as they take on the second worst rated Horizon League defense in the Jaguars tonight. Chris?
Getting close to tip time. Let's go to the sideline and find out what Ethan has for us tonight. Ethan.
Thank you, Chris. I had a chance to talk to Robert Morris forward Khalil Spear after the team's 75-70 win over Purdue Fort Wayne about the difference in this Colonial team compared to the other teams over the course of his playing career. And he said that this team is the most selfless team that he's ever been a part of. And that selflessness paid off for the Colonials to a tune of 20 assists in Thursday night's win over the Mastodons. And the Colonials look to continue that mindset today as they search for their 4th consecutive victory. Chris?
Ethan, no question, no time for a letdown, Jim.
No, absolutely not. And Khalil's right. This team is very selfless. They're also very coachable. And Andy Toole is a proven winner. And when he gets a team that listens to him, they're going to win.
Well, for Cleveland State, the tenacity remains the same, but even a lot of the faces have changed.
Yeah, Chris, over the past year, there's been a lot of turnover in the Cleveland State program as former Viking head coach Dennis Gates left for the job at Missouri along with Trey Gomillion, Demoy Hodge, and Ben Sternberg following Gates to Missouri. But even though the Cleveland State has fresh blood with first-year head coach Daniel Robinson, the team still has features such as Yahil Hill, Deshaun Parker, and Deontay Johnson to still be a threat in the top of the Rising League. You can see it thus far with Cleveland State's stingy defense. Lehman tries to cross it in front. Picked up by the Pirates, but Lacluna has it again. She shoots, and she scores! What an onslaught by Robert Morris as Lacluna is on the score sheet after she just got an assist not even 2 minutes ago. 3-0 Colonials. Let's look at this one again. Lacuna just picks that one up in a beautiful shot in the top right corner of the net. Johnson had no shot on that one to make it. Cut off the Pirate defender, and she does just that as Lacuna now has it. Just scored the last goal as she tries to cross it in front. She does just that, and there's another goal. Another goal for Robert Morris. I don't know if that was Swankler again or Lacuna. Got that one again. I believe that was Swankler. Let's look at this one on replay. And yes, Swankler was able to get a piece of that one in front. That's her second of the game. Burns just touches that one to Gulas. Gulas crosses it in front. There's a shot, and it's in! Another goal for Robert Morris. This time I believe that was Kingston to get that one. And it's a goal. Let's look at this replay now. Just a nice tap in there. Chelsea Kingston gets the 5th Robert Morris goal of the day. Morgan Guelas, the redshirt freshman defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, with the assist off the corner kick from Malia Kearns. But she gets picked off by Juan Napor. Juan Napor takes it up. She has room. She's going to take a shot, and it's in. Niall Juan Napor finally breaks through for Hampton, as with 1:28 to go, Hampton is on the board with their second shot of the afternoon. Let's look at this replay. Juan Napor has had some chances all afternoon, but this one able to get on net and just past Brusman. As just one good takeaway for Hampton, who has just been dominated by Robert Morris all day, but able to crack the score sheet. Field and Armstrong fighting for it there, but he goes down trying to get a piece of that one, and Afabu had it. And a nice play there by Hedge to get that one for the Norse. And now Armstrong is on the run now. He has a move, nice move by Armstrong, and he shoots and he scores! What a goal by Darren Armstrong to put the Norse on top early here at the 16:59 mark in the first half. Looking at this one, look at Armstrong here making a couple of moves and just a nice shot. Low side, low right or left side on Petrelli there. Petrelli not happy with that one, but the Norse, an early 1-0 lead here at the 16:59 mark. Just a nice little play there by Armstrong. And he basically just did it all himself. Back to the Colonials as they are now on the run. And now here's a chance for McMillan. He has a step. He shoots, and it's a great save by Lemon. But another great chance for Robert Morris there as McMillan had a step. He tapped it to push the ball forward, but it might have just been a little bit too much. But it will set up a corner kick here in the 77th minute as we hit 77:30 now. Here's the cross for Robert Morris. There's a chance. There's a shot. It's in. A goal for Ramirez. Calvin Ramirez off the corner. And it's 2-1 Colonials. What a goal. Right out to the chance from McMillan. Ramirez there. Puts it in. The junior from Toronto, Ontario. Gives the Colonials the lead. Let's look at this one once again. The cross. There's the head. Hit off another Colonial. And then Ramirez there to top it in. Bar down right into the net. Levin had no chance for that one as the Colonials now had the lead. As the calendar flips to October, the race for a trip to the Horizon League tournament heats up. Today, we've got a great matchup between two of the top teams in the Horizon League as Wright State and Robert Morris do battle right here on ESPN+. Well, very good, pleasant afternoon to all of you. I am Ethan Morrison. Today, Robert Morris and Wright State are getting set here on a very overcast day on the campus of Robert Morris University. Robert Morris comes into this one sporting a record of 3-4-1 overall and a 2-1-1 record in Horizon League play. Lukina here with the ball. He throws it there, and there's another shot, and it's in! Another goal for Wright State this time. Preston Matheny gets the goal for the Raiders, and it's 2-0 Wright State. Take a look at this one again. Lukina here with a nice little pass, and Matheny just runs that one on the ground and low against Friedrich Petrelli. And Wright State in total control of this game now, gets the insurance goal, and it's now 2-0. Has possession, he throws it over to Matheny. There's a shot, and there's a goal! Reese Albaugh with his second of the game on a wicked shot that graces the top corner. It's 3-0 Raiders. Take a look at this beautiful shot by Albaugh. No shot for Petrelli to make a save on that. And just complete and total domination for the Raiders in this one. And this is why they're the top team in the Horizon League at the moment.
Time to get down to business as we focus on two key players, one from each team, and we'll start off with the St. Francis University Red Flash's lone senior, who a season ago scored just under 7 points and scored at a 45% clip a year ago. That's Sam Miller.
Yeah, Sam Miller is one of the 7 returners on the St. Francis team. Averaged the most points out of those returners, 6.9 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. She'll have a heightened role in this one.
For RMU, it's Mackenzie Amelia, not Janera Scott. And Amelia a year ago made 3-pointers at 35%, including 38 3-pointers in total. She is clearly the Colonials' long sharpshooter.
Yeah, Amalia, especially with Nina Augustin and Esther Castillo both graduating this past year. Amalia is going to have a much bigger role this year. She just needs to find the consistency with her shot, averaging 5.2 points per game. But her offensive production numbers will be going up this year as she's the lone junior currently on the roster.
2 in total for the Red Flash is Gideon along to up and over Miller.
Yeah, really no contest there for Gideon, just shooting it right over Miller for the easy, deep mid-range bucket.
Really, for the Colonials, it's the sophomores need to become veterans as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of sophomores and freshmen on this team. I mean, you just saw Phoenix Gideon getting into the action there. Didn't have a lot of time last year in play there for the Colonials, but these sophomores are definitely going to be active today as she just takes another shot there. But they're going to need to continue to, produce if they want to have any success this year.
Gula Splitting defenders. Glass and Iron the miss. Rebound to the baseline. And it'll be Colonials basketball. Turnover number 6 for St. Francis.
Yeah, nothing going well for St. Francis so far. Just getting contested on every shot, every opportunity for them. Can't really do anything on the offensive glass either. So struggling early on.
Up and in. And it is another Clearview 3 for Mackenzie Amalia. And it's timeout time for Keela Whittington and the St. Francis Red Flag.
Oh my gosh, what a shot by Mackenzie Amalia from the parking lot. That was a deep 3 for Amalia, getting her first field goal of the game. Watch this again. What a shot, nothing but net. Much needed 3-point field goal for Amalia. Her first of the game. 1 for 2 from beyond the arc there. And, you know, Robert Morris finally getting some offense, much needed offense that they needed in this second quarter.
And this is the third meeting all time between these two teams, and last season it was a victory for the Colonials, Ethan.
Yeah, a good victory for the Colonials, a 14-point win. Mackenzie Amalia had 14 points on the day for her, so a very good game from her. And you know, Robert Morris, you know, another non-conference test before they start that brief Horizon League stint of games in the start of December. So it's going to be a nice test for them today to see what they're made of heading into conference play.
Let's get down.
Gerald's is going to have a big role today with 3 other guards out for Canisius for undisclosed reasons. So for Gerald's, only 2 points against Colgate last game, but 11 points on the year is definitely something that the Colonials will really have to be weary of coming into this one.
For the Colonials today, we are focusing on Rebecca Duomo, who had a 5-point performance, but she's distributing the ball well and doing a good job taking the ball away from her opponents.
Yeah, Duomo, a sophomore, really has stepped up in a big way this year. For the Colonials, 5.4 points per game and 2 rebounds per game, doing a nice job filling in the voids for some of the graduates from last season. Yeah, Robert Morris so far playing stifling defense, not giving Canisius any good looks. And, you know, just having a lot of success on the defensive end, and it's transitioning well into the offensive end is Danielle Volotich with a nice close-up basket there for Robert Morris.
Volotich taking advantage of the Colonials' rebound and putting it back up and in after the miss by Candela Rabadon Solis.
Yeah, Canisius just really doing a great job pushing the pace, especially in transition, and that's where they're finding a lot of their open looks. And, you know, just being able to get down and drive into the paint and have success down there as well, and working the ball, going inside and out, and then back out to the outside, just finding a lot of success there. And this Robert Morris defense, after a very, very hot start, have struggled as of late here in the second quarter.